top five Major League Baseball trade deadline deals. This is an all-time. This is not today, so Zach Greinke did not make either one of our lists.
We don't know today if any of these are worth noting.
We did deadline deals.
I know
like
we
the
did it. We did. I know we did NBA. We did NFL free agents. I know we did that.
We did total deals.
Did we? I thought. I don't remember. But I drink a lot.
We did deadline deals.
I drink a lot too. Okay. So my 5.
We didn't do baseball deals.
You're gonna laugh later why I'm laughing.
My 5 is Mark Teixeira to the Braves in 2007.
I was at Mark Teixeira's last game as a Ranger at
Before he went to the
Globe
Yankees.
Life. Yeah.
So the Braves got Mark Teixeira. The Braves got Mark Teixeira. The Rangers got Elvis Andrus, Neftali Feliz, Salty, and Matt Harrison.
That was a pretty good deal.
That's a good haul. That is part of the core that carried them to 2 World Series, albeit they lost both of them. Go Cardinals. Who cares who beat them in? I don't remember who beat them in 2010. It doesn't matter.
It was the Giants.
Yeah, I know it was the fucking Giants.
Yeah, it was the Giants.
But like that's a hell of a pull. I didn't read what that said. That's a hell of a pull for a guy that ended up winning a World Series 2 years later though with the Yankees. But
schmuck.
These guys are the core of, except for Salty. I don't know if Salty was on any of those teams.
Salty did win a World Series in 2013 with the Red Sox. Sama Latakia.
Saltalamakia.
See, the thing about Sama Latakia was the worse you pronounced his name, the better he did. So if you were like, Satamalakia, he would hit home runs. Sama Latakia.
Did you not work the Macarena into that? Like,
Salamacarena. Yeah, no, I never thought about that.
Salty Macarena? Salty Macarena?
Somebody who's listening, write that shit down and make it happen. Make a Satalamakia.
Salty Macarena. That's what it is. It's Salty Macarena.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría, Saltamena.
And then Teixeira was actually traded the next year.
To the Angels.
Yeah, to the Angels.
Yeah.
That's my 5. That's a good haul for the Rangers to get. That's props to them.
That was a good
And Ron
haul.
Washington, their Coke doing head coach, manager.
My 5 was a bittersweet deal. It was a number 5, arguably the greatest number 5 of all time, getting moved. Who's that shit?
Some Colombian shit.
Number 5, Noma being traded.
Noma was a class act.
Noma was a class act. Got traded as part of a 3-team deal with the Expos and the Cubs and the Twins and I don't know. It was a big fucking deal. But we got Doug Mankiewicz and Orlando Cabrera back for Noma.
Is that on Oscar Dansk, is it?
We gave Matt Merton to the Cubs. I don't know how anything else went down in that deal. I don't remember. But
nah, that was too young.
we needed to get rid of Noma. And we needed the OC. We needed
God,
that
I remember
energy.
that. That's all they were talking about was how the Red Sox needed to get rid of Noma.
Like, to me, it was...
That was fucking awesome right there.
Do that. That
He
was
spun the ball.
awesome.
He spun the ball. That was ridiculous.
Do we have a handball team in Vegas? I need to go watch
That's
handball.
well hit. Or I guess not.
But, yeah, Noma, like at the time, I was done with Noma as a Sox fan. I was like, we don't need this guy anymore. We got to get rid of him. And we got Cabrera back, and the OC was a huge lift for the Sox. You know what happened in 04.
Holy shit. Is that Chelsea?
Wow,
That's impressive. I'm glad soccer made the number 1 on SportsCenter. That is fucking Chelsea. Oh, that's Pedro.
My number 4 is another deal that was made just minutes after the Garcia-Parra deal. The Red Sox traded a guy named Henry Stanley to the Los Angeles Dodgers for a guy who's on TV right now wearing a Dodgers cap.
Wearing Dodgers cap.
Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts.
He looks too old to have played in 04. But.
It was like 15 years ago. Dave Roberts became the third Red Sox player ever born in Japan. And you know the story. Robert steals second base. Miller up the middle. Sox win in extra. Or Sox win in extra innings. Ortiz in extra innings again. A-Rod slaps the ball. Boom, boom, boom. The rest is history. Red Sox sweep the Cardinals. Sorry about that, Pete.
Yep.
World Series champions for the first time in 86 years. All made possible by a dude.
Did you see that? Cashman said that the
Henry
Yankees didn't get
Stanley.
anything close, and they talked to every team but Boston. What could you have possibly wanted from us? I know last year we traded you Luke Voigt for
That's a good deal.
something. We got somebody.
Shreve.
We got that's where we got Gallegos from, though. The Gallegos was the part of the Luke Voigt trade.
Oh,
So I think both parties came out okay with that one. My 4 is
Your 4,
2020. Wow. 2008. I can't believe this was only 11 years ago. It feels like it was longer. CC Sabathia acquired by the Brewers.
That was a good deal.
He went 11-2 with a 1.65 ERA since they traded for him.
He got Cy Young votes in both the American
And
League
the-
and the National League.
And it
because
was
he
for
so good.
Michael Brantley was the only one worth note on that deal.
Ooh, really?
Matt Laporta was on that.
Matty Laporta,
And then
that was
some
a
other
big name,
dudes. But Michael Brantley's the only one that came out of that. So CC was on the Indians. Brantley was on the Indians, same team, for 10 years until they went to Houston this year, huh?
Yeah, he's signed
Yeah.
with Houston this year. I don't know why they wouldn't have.
I just really distinctly remember that deal and how well he was crushing it. Remember they had Sabathia and Fausto Carmona?
Fausto Carmona, yeah.
Yeah, the duo, and they traded CC to the Brewers. He crushed it, and he won playoff games for them. I think he won 2 playoff games in that first round for them.
I imagine like what it would have been like because he legitimately could have won the Cy Young in both the AL and the NL that year. He was that good. He was that much better than everybody else.
And then he was a dumb motherfucker and went to the Yankees.
He said it, folks. I didn't say it. Do you know, and I'm sure I've mentioned this a bazillion times, the CC Sabathia stat, the greatest CC stat of all time, nobody has ever worn more pinstripes on the Yankees than CC Sabathia. Pinstripes.
I mean, someone on the White Sox has to have
Pinstripes.
won the more. He's
Most
fat,
pinstripes because
so
he's
his
so
jersey
fat.
needed the most
So his jersey's
pinstripes.
Did
so...
Bartolo Colon ever play for the Yankees?
Bartolo did play for the Yankees, but CC has more.
CC's taller, but I think Bartolo is more round.
Like the dude that counted
If
him.
this is a stat about the Yankees, he knows it. So, like a bad stat.
But is that an actual stat that's written somewhere?
It was tracked on the UniWatch website.
Okay, my 3 is from 2010, and it is just a straight swap. Jake Westbrook for Corey Kluber.
Great.
So Kluber was on the Padres, Westbrook was on the Indians. I didn't remember it, but the second I saw the name Jake Westbrook, I was like, oh, I remember that dude.
Yeah.
So that's a straight swap that ended up working out really well for the Indians.
the Indians,
2-time
yeah.
Cy Young
So you-
Award winner, and took them to the World Series. Unfortunately, they couldn't beat the worst team on the planet. But Corey Kluber, he's hurt this year, which sucks, but I would say the Indians won that deal. For sure. That's a big, important deal, I think, that happened recent. All manner of recent memory, I guess. I didn't really notice that, but...
My 3 is just 2 years ago when the Astros traded a trio of minor leaguers for Mr. Kate Upton and then went on to win a World Series.
Houston's fucking stacked.
They're so stacked. I said they're not going to lose,
They're
though.
third first in their division. How many games
The
up?
Astros.
The A's are doing well, so they're not that much up.
So, if you're not familiar with Mr. Kate Upton, that's Justin Verlander.
No one has as much of a lead as the Dodgers do.
That's a huge deal.
Oh, no, they're not going to win. They're not going to win the NL. The Braves are going to win the NL.
Verlander has been just amazing since he went to Houston.
He has been amazing, which is weird because Houston's the armpit of America.
Yeah, but I feel like he went to.
You got to think, though, like Kate Upton's like, I'm going nowhere near Houston. She probably refuses because it's one of the worst cities in the world.
He left Detroit when Detroit was doing terrible. And
Yeah,
then he
but-
went to a team that was already in first place. So of course you're going to start playing.
Yeah, but those brothers, though, you know those brothers are all up on Kate Upton.
Oh, in Houston? That's why I'm saying she's not going to go to Houston.
She's not going to press them. Those things are pretty sad. Just saying.
You heard it here, folks.
They're bouncy, though, and swingy.
Like, they're probably like streaks off her shirt. They call
She could knock me
You
out.
realize
on
she's
tits.
only like 26 right now, or something like that. She probably will. We got that Verlander money. She's fine.
She got that Kate Upton money. She don't
She didn't get that Giselle money.
She don't need that.
She don't have that Giselle
Verlander
money.
when she got that.
Even that cute.
See, he's the only other person that agrees with me.
She looks so scrawny.
I never thought she was attractive. Give me Adriana Lima all day, er day.
Definitely.
Can you imagine that a competition between them where she's like, I got Tom Brady, and then Adriana's like, well, I got. Oh fuck, he sucks at basketball now.
When
Who's
she
she
didn't have
banging?
anyone.
Huh?
Who's she banging?
She was married to I can't think of his name. It'll come to me when we're off camera, and
When
I'll.
she didn't have anyone.
You know what that means, folks?
She was with
that
Jules.
Means nobody. Adriana Lima was banging Jules. Ooh. You think he was like?
She was with Jules for a minute.
He was like, "Hey Tommy, you want to trade for a night?"
No, because I'll take Adriana Lima every time over Giselle. No offense, Tom Brady, love you, but you can have your wife. She just doesn't do it for me. She does it for you. That's fine. She doesn't do it for me. Kate Upton doesn't really do it for me. Remember the rap guy that I played for you, Mac Lethal? And he's talking about yes, y'all. I guess y'all.
Right.
Kate Upton got some nice breasts, y'all. But if she ain't got a booty, she ain't getting my G. She needs to do some squats and eat some macaroni and cheese. Yeah.
All right.
You do your three? You do your three.
I'm gonna do my two.
Still in first place, baby. Oh, wait,
Which-
that's entering today. We're tied for first place.
So number 2 on the top 5 MLB trade deadline deals is what would turn out to be the worst trade the Red Sox ever made. Larry Anderson for Jeff Bagwell.
This was a deadline deal?
Yeah,
Fuck Kyle Hendricks.
that's all I got. Larry Anderson for Jeff Bagwell. Now I can sit here and tell you that Jeff Bagwell was behind guys.
I love
like,
Jeff Bagwell, though.
He was behind. He was a third baseman when we traded him.
I fucking love Jeff Bagwell.
He was a third baseman, so he was behind Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer. He was behind Scott Cooper, 2-time All-Star.
Yeah, but
And
he's
we
one of
need
my
a
like.
bullpen help.
He's one of my favorite like non-Cardinals
And
ever. Is Jeff Bagwell?
Bags.
Yeah, I know Jeff Bagwell was on the team that got swept by the fucking White Sox. Yeah, I go.
Yeah, but he's a Hall of Famer
So,
too.
yeah, Biggio and
Hall
fucking
of Famer.
Andy Pettit. Wasn't Andy Pettit on that team?
Yeah, should be a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer should be.
Yeah, that Astros team was fucking
Berkman,
awesome.
Adam Everett.
Yeah, that's
Morgan
how good
Hansberg.
that fucking White Sox team was.
We broke more records in any World Series. That's why that team was so good.
I really like
no
that.
other team's gone 4 complete games, pitchers.
I love that
and
White Sox team, dude.
That'll never happen again. Because
No, not the
teams
way they
don't leave
manage.
players in, pitchers in that long. 4 complete games in the playoffs will never happen again. We're tied with the Yankees for the best record.
I could probably list off the pitchers that teams would leave in for a complete game right now. I would say Chris Sale if he was pitching well.
Fuck that guy.
Verlander.
Sucks right now.
They still treat Chris Sale like a baby.
Verlander, they'll leave
Chris
Verlander
Sale
in.
is a baby. Fuck him.
There's no Cardinal that we would leave in. There's no Cardinal pitcher that we would leave in, even if they were going hot.
Because of him solely, you guys won the World Series.
Because of him solely, fuck that.
Well,
shit.
Steve Pierce, Jackie Bradley Jr., they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Mitch fucking Moreland. His home run is still in fucking orbit.
That's like saying that David Freese single-handedly won us the 2011 World Series.
Yeah, that's like saying Scotty Pods won the White Sox a World Series. Anyways, Larry Anderson was a good
your two?
reliever, but he didn't.
We're
He
good.
never,
We're fine.
he never became a Hall of Famer. Jeff Bagwell did, and even if we were smart enough to trade Scott Cooper instead of Bagwell would have had to end up at first, and Mo would have come up. Mo Vaughn would have had to be the permanent DH. Where the fuck would Quintana have gone? I don't know. A lot of different things. So the move made sense at the time. In retrospect, it sucked. What's your two?
Yeah, but you got 4 World Series and they had 1. And
Suck
Bagwell
you,
had nothing to do with it.
They got one.
My
But,
2 is
yeah,
from 3 years ago,
2016.
2016. It's the
Oh, I know
Chapman
what this
deal.
is.
So the Yankees got, no, the Cubs got Aroldis Chapman from the Yankees, and the only person of note was Gleyber Torres. But I think that this is the one on my list that's a win-win. I think for both teams. Now,
Especially the
more of a
Yankees.
win for the Cubs because obviously they got that World Series there in 2016.
But the Yankees got all those guys back because Chapman
Yeah,
signed
and it's
back
kind of
with
funny
the
because
Yankees.
at the end of the year, Chapman signed back with the Yankees. And they also got Gleyber Torres out of the deal. So, good deal for the Cubs, good deal for the Yankees. It's kind of funny that this is my number 2 because it's the team that I hate the most and the team that you hate the most.
They're both shit, like
and-
number 2. Shit, number 2. Poop.
Good way to spin it. Yeah, they're both shit teams, and they're number 2 on my
Fuck the
list.
Yankees. I hate them so much. I hate Aroldis Chapman. I hate Gleyber Torres. I hate the Cubs for winning that World
Maybe
Series.
one day the Red Sox will trade the Cardinals, and it'll be a win-win trade. It'll be a win-win trade for something that we
Have
both
we
like.
we haven't done a trade in a while. We're gonna have to look up the last Red Sox Cardinals trade.
I don't know what it is.
It's been a while.
I have no idea what it would be.
All right, your one or my one?
I don't think it matters.
Oh, we have the same one. We both have the same one.
I won't lie. I picked this as one because I knew you would pick it as one, and I figured it's just better to talk about it together.
It is probably the best trade in the history of baseball.
I thought it was super important. Yes. So it is.
It's 1997.
Yep. I forget the
The-
guy's first name. What's the guy's first name?
Heathcliff Slocum was the
Yeah,
Red Sox
Heathcliff
closer.
Slocum.
We traded him to the Mariners for a unknown catcher by the name of shit. I don't remember his name. What was his name?
Starts with a V.
Vaderek. No,
Vaderek.
Jason Varitek. Jason Varitek.
And Michael Lowe.
And no, Derek Lowe.
What did I say? Oh, Mike Lowe.
Not Mike Lowe.
Derek
Derek
Lowe.
Lowe.
Apologies.
Derek Lowe.
Derek Lowe.
Derek Lowe went on to throw a no-hitter. Jason Varitek
Caught
was the
said no-hitter?
catcher of that no-hitter.
He also caught a lot of other no-hitters, didn't he?
Jason Varitek has caught more no-hitters than any catcher in the history of the game of baseball. And one that doesn't count because it was a rain-shortened game.
No, I thought
Derek
this was
Lowe
a really,
and Jason Varitek
important trade.
have a combined...
A really impactful trade.
3 World Series.
Because
Varitek
that's two
was-
guys that are instrumental in breaking the 86-year drought
Absolutely.
for the Red Sox is Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek.
I'm proud
you
to
got an
say that
argument.
both
I mean,
those
it's
guys
two-
are my friends, Jason and D.
Any
Jason
of those Cardinals teams with Musial and Gibson on them.
hangs out. Fuck those teams. Fuck the '67 Cardinals.
That's what I was going to say. 67
Saying
Cardinals.
about the records. All the records broken in the playoffs by the 2005
I'm going to say we
Hey, we're talking Derek Lowe right
might
now.
be talking
Stop.
about the 2019
Stop interrupting
Astros
me.
as one of the best teams ever.
The
They won't break that record though because the pitchers
Varitek. No, nobody's listening.
They're
to
not
you.
going to get
Will you
beat in
stop-
the postseason.
Will you stop
They
interrupting?
might go 12-0.
Guys, you are taking away from Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek. All
Might
right.
go 12.
Jason Varitek.
They might go 12-0.
What did Jason Varitek ever
Okay,
do?
but if they go 12-0, that's fine.
These
They beat the
fucking-
record of 11-1.
What do I even try for?
But they won't get 4 complete games like the White Sox had because they won't leave their pitchers in for 4 straight games.
The only one that has a shot is Verlander.
Because they don't need to. Bobby Jenks is not walking through that door.
Bobby Jenks is a drug addict now.
Is he?
Or a
Fat
recovered.
motherfucker.
I think Pasednik
He's
was the
another
White Sox.
former Red Sox.
I think Pasednik was the White Sox I like.
He's
the most.
another former Red
Bobby Jenks
Sox.
played for the Red Sox?
Yeah, well,
When?
he was under contract with the Red Sox.
He never played for the Red Sox. though.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, but like this is why it's my number one. It's because those two guys were instrumental in breaking the curse. Like
Yes, and Varitek might have been the greatest catcher of all time. Not to be confused
Yadier
with
Molina.
the great...
Carlton Fisk, Ron Karkovice, A.J. Kaczynski.
Did this guy just
Johnny
say
Bench?
Ron Karkovice?
Ron Karkovice.
This
Carlos
guy just
Lee.
Johnny
said
Bench.
Ron Karkovice?
I'm
Ron
biased.
Karkovice? You're going to throw Ron Karkovice out there?
Yadier Molina was the
You're
greatest
gonna-
catcher of all
You're
time.
going to throw Johnny fucking Bench out there? Johnny Bench over Jason Varitek? How many no-hitters did Johnny Bench catch?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Zero. Where's the Google guy when we need
Yeah, we need a
fucking
Google.
Google guy?
We need this
Listen,
Google guy.
Jason Varitek, 3 World Series championships, right? No.
04,
2 World
07.
Series championships, and then two more as a
It's Yadier
consultant.
Molina. That's why.
Carlton Fisk.
4 no-hitters.
The real
Pudge, yeah.
4 no-hitters.
I might give it to Carlton
4.
Fisk.
Carlton Fisk.
Carlton Fisk. What's Carlton Fisk's record in World Series?
So you're just going based off World Series, which makes a team you'll win besides one player.
Yeah, well, a catcher is instrumental when it comes to pitchers.
Yachty's got 2, soon to be 3. Nah, just kidding. We won't beat the Astros.
Yachty has 2. Yachty was on
6
the
and
yeah,
11.
yeah, yeah.
He's like 90
Yeah,
years
but
old.
Yachty's lost 2 to the Red Sox.
He's like 97
Yachty
years
has
old.
lost 2 just to the Red Sox.
Has a bigger name in baseball than Veritek will have.
Do you know?
No, Yachty wasn't on the team in 04.
You know Yachty's. Was that Matheny?
I'd have to check it. I think Scott Rowland was on that team. Jim Edmonds was on that. That
Yeah.
04 Cardinals was fucking stacked.
Till they fucking faced Derek Lowe. Boom. Who started Game 4 of that
I
World
miss
Series?
Jimmy Edmonds. God damn it.
Derek Lowe. All right.
That's my one. That's all I got.
That's all we got.
That's all I got.
folks.
That's a lot.
I
had
drew one of
2
them
sheets.
cool
Yeah.
90s S's.
I had 2 sheets of shit for tonight. Anyway, come.